This is a novel take on an old idea, a corner sponge filter, like it. Okay, so this is it. Tiny little thing it is, corner. Might be ideal for a better filter or something like that. And this is it. Just sits there, boom, like that. So that would obviously be that way round because you'd sit it in the corner. Nothing else comes with this, but it's already set up with a bit of, looks like gravel, 2 grades of sponge, which is fantastic, and a polishing pad, which is even better. So let's have a look how this is going to get sucked in here. Okay, so by the look of this, the water goes down in here. Do you know, I'm going to take this apart, but this comes out. Look how cool is that? How big is that? Oh, I love this stuff. Oh, I see. So the water goes in here, goes all through this, goes through this, and then gets sucked through that. This is like I think it's called an easy pod. Similar idea. So it goes through everything first, then gets sucked up through that. Which we'll check out that anyway. Doesn't look too easy to take apart though, unfortunately. There's no actual clips or anything, so putting your own media in. But we'll see what it's like. The construction's not too bad, but say there's no accessories with this. Very cheap, mind. But this is cool. So if the water's going through here, which it looks like it is, that shouldn't be there. This should be there, that should be there. Okay, because if it's water's going through this way, all right, you want the coarse first, take the big bits, then the fine bits, then the polish. So when it gets to here, the water's perfectly clean, and then the bacteria can do the rest. But that's exactly what it is. You've got holes in the bottom here. Okay, very cheap. Okay, let's get it wet and let's see how this works, because I am interested. Okay, so this is a Tetra 150. Okay, obviously if you use the Tetra 200, 250 or 400, you're going to get better results from these. I use this because I use it on all of the tests. Okay, without further ado, let's get it wet. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is obviously get that into there, which is very easy with this one. Obviously it goes through the top here, like that. And look at this, can be going up and down, but we are going to start off, because it's a corner one, so I want to first see if it's going to sink properly. You ready? Alright, so you're going to have to, there you go. Once it glugs, it's down, it's done. Okay, you could have that like that. I think that's alright. Alright, let's get a close up and have a look. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's turn it on. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it's got that typical spongy, filtery, noisy, whatever. Let's see if it's moving a lot of water. Yeah, it's moving a lot of water out of there. Okay. And you can direct it in different directions, but once you put it down under the water, it's not going to be pumping out a lot of water anywhere else. Okay. So you'd want that on something, and you'd want it sort of there. As you can see, that's moving a lot more water agitation there. So, do I like it? Well, I think we should do the pros and cons in a minute. I think it's not set up correctly, because if it's sucking from the top, which is that portion there, it's going through the fine pad first, which means that's going to collect all the dirt and shut the filter down pretty much. But it sits in the corner, you know, it looks alright, it doesn't look too bad at all. Let's do the pros and cons. Oh, what do I say about this one? You know, I like it, I do like it. You know, if you've got a tiny little tank, okay, and you just want something to, I don't know, hospitalize a fish. So you got a better fish that's a little bit sick and that, and you want to put some meth blue in there or something like that, this will be perfect. Now watch this. There's your little canister with your BIOMEDIA. I'd swap that out with your own media, and I'd swap these around. Okay, so if that's going down and that's coming up from the bottom, look at this. Look at this. Okay, so it's obviously going through that first. So what you want to do is put that one on the bottom. Of course it won't fit, will it? Oh, come on guys, don't blow it now. Yeah, then the fine, and then the coarse, like that. All right, and put that back on like that. That's how you want it set up. The water's coming in here, going through the coarse, the fine, and the floss, which is the water polisher, and into BIOMEDIA, and that's how that needs to be set up, like that, and done. Yeah, I like it. Obviously you want to see how this lasts. The fact that you can sit it in a corner, you know, you don't have to sit in a corner by any stretch, but sitting it in a corner like that, you could probably have some plants around here, have this up a little bit more. You know, it's a good little sponge filter. You know, you need BIOMEDIA, guys. You really do. I wouldn't put just rubble in there like they've done. It looks like rubble. But get some Seachem Matrix or the other stuff. I'll link that, which I've been using. It seems to be quite good. Again, I don't know where this will fit into some people's plans. You know, most people who want the gurgling of a sponge filter don't have plans for that. But I like it. Might be worth getting. You know, these are all cheap. These are cheap, you know, they're not dear. And if you just run it out, if you wanted bubbles in your tank, this is a perfect example of how you do it. Don't just have an air stone. There's no point. What's the point of an air stone on its own? Just to agitate the water. Well, it's the bursting of the bubbles on the surface that actually causes gas exchange. Get one of these. You're filtering at the same time. You can't go wrong. Guys, happy days. Thanks for watching.